Hey guys, and it's Matt Metagross here with your new team builders for week 4 of the NBA. I'm sorry about my content the last few weeks, guys. Things got hectic. But anyways, I decided to improve and increase my content, so I'm going to start giving you guys team builders now. So, let's start off with my Chandelure set. It is a Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, Psychic, HP Ground, Choice Spec set. Now, what this does is just runs through Ethan's team. It has Hidden Power Ground for Heatran, Psychic for his two fighting types in what are his fighting types? Hitmontop and Virizion. And the rest of his team gets hit neutrally by Shadow Ball, and then he has a Celesteela, so I want to hit that as hard as possible with Fire Blast. Moving on. Oh yeah, just remembered guys, the EVs are to outspeed Heatran, and then 28 into bulk just because I had leftovers and the rest into special attack. So anyways, moving on to my Terrakion set. I needed something to outspeed his Mega Beedrill, and this is it. It's a Choice Scarf, Stone Edge, Zen Headbutt, Close Combat, Sacred Sword set. I really only needed the Stone Edge and Zen Headbutt to hit his team, but I wanted Close Combat to hit that Zygarde a little harder, and Secret Sword in case I get into a situation late game where I need to clean up and I don't want to risk the drops. So the EVs are to make sure I outspeed a Scarfed Mismagius, and beyond that, the rest of my EVs are into attacked it as hard as possible and a little bit of bulk just to survive a couple extra hits. Hey guys, so I just noticed a couple mistakes in editing. First off, I would like to add on my Chandelure set, his entire team does get hit either neutrally or super effective by the Shadow Ball. It's just that some of his things are so Spadef bulky I had to hit them harder. And then with the Terrakion, it should be 250 to attack, not 230 to attack. Moving on. Alright, so moving on, here's my Darkrai. Now this is a Nasty Plot Darkrai that's not exactly standard. Now, you'll see the Sucker Punch, which is kind of weird for a Darkrai to be carrying a physical move, but it has a very important purpose this game. As you will see later, I do have rocks on this team, and he's going to be using his Mega Beedrill to get some momentum. Every time he U-turns, he has to take 25% from his rocks. So, after 2 rocks hits, Sucker Punch will OHKO him. Even with a standard speed creep that he should be able to pull off against my team, I should still be able to knock him out with the Sucker Punch. That is what that is for. Psychic is to hit his Hitmonchan super hard. I mean Hitmontop, because Hitmontop is very bulky on the special side. I need a move to hit it. And then I also have Dark Pulse's Stab. The Darkinium Z is to ensure an OHKO at +2 on a Spadef Celesteela. Otherwise, I can't do nearly enough. Next is my Latios set. Now, it's max speed to speed tie his Archeops, and then 252. This is just standard EV spread for an offensive Latios. And Draco, Thunderbolt, HP Ground, Roost. Draco does a lot to his team. There's only 2 things that want to switch in. Celesteela, which I hit with Thunderbolt, and the Heatran, which dies to a Hidden Power Ground. And then Roost for recovery, because I'm a Latios, I'm bulky, not much can take me on. Especially on this team, because he doesn't have a fairy. It's going to be really hard for him to handle this Latios, and I'm so excited to use this thing this week. And then, moving on to our final 2 Mons, we have Steelix and Samurott. Now this Steelix is a Stealth Rock, Roar, Toxic, Protect Steelix. Now, what this does is gives us a Rocker, which is huge for the Mega Beedrill. You always want rocks against Mega Beedrill. Roar is so I can get rid of any setup sweepers he might have, which he did have one thing which I was terrified of him setting up with, and that's Virizion. I mean, it's not his only thing that can set up, but a setup Virizion runs through my team this week. And then Toxic to get some residual damage and Protect. Now, the reason I don't have any attacking moves, the only things I wouldn't click either Roar or Toxicon would be the Celesteela, which I'd honestly rather click Roar on so that it can't set up Leech Seeds and stall me out, or the Heatran, which outspeeds me and clicks Fire Blast or Flamethrower and just wrecks my day. So, and then these EVs are just max defense because I need to be able to take on a non-banded Zygarde. Because otherwise, a non-banded Zygarde could run through this thing if it's not max defensive. Banded does anyways. There's nothing I can do about that. And then my Samurott set. This is Wall Breaker Samurott with Dig, Scald, Aqua Jet, Ice Beam, and the Power Herb. Now, you might see the Power Herb and be a little confused. Don't be. This Power Herb is for my Dig to be able to OHKO his Lantern. That is the final Mon, which I haven't mentioned much this video. It doesn't give much of my team problems, but it does give Samurott a ton of problems if I'm not running Power Herb Dig. So, running this set allows me to pretty much break down his entire team that I outspeed. So, anything that's slower than me, or anything that can't OHKO me back, will die to this Samurott set. I'm very proud of it. And yep, that's the team. I would like to add, I have taken a job as an analyst in the UAPB as a power ranker. I've gotten through a few weeks. I'm having a blast over there. Check it out. Old Man Tup from the GBAs in the league. And be sure to just leave a like on this video, subscribe. Go check out the UAPB channel, United Association of Pokemon, or Peanut Butter Battlers. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys around with the battle tomorrow. Hey guys, so the team builder didn't come up yesterday. It's gonna come up today with the battle, obviously, as you can see. So, anyways, let's get right into this. As you can see, I'm leading my Steelix against his Weavile. Now, there was a mistake on the dock, so I did not know his Weavile or his Kingdra was on the team when I was prepping. So anyways, we'll exchange rocks and a Toxicon to his Mew. And then he reveals the Aura Sphere as I roar. Now what this does is his Mew is quickly getting whittled. And the Kingdra, huge threat. I know Water Move's coming into my Latias. And then he sets up the Focus Energy, and I know, threat, I have to click Draco. And I miss. And he Dracos me back and kills me. So we are not having the greatest start to this battle. So in comes my Terrakion. He's forced to switch out Kingdra. As I go for a close combat, he intimidates me, and that crit is huge. He doesn't discover I'm Scarfed because of it. Because had he known I was Scarfed, he would have been able to play differently around that Terrakion late game. I'm sorry for that. Now, here comes the Mega Beedrill. I know I can take 2 drill runs with my Steelix. After leftovers, that is. So, I decide I'm just going to click Roar here. Because I needed that thing to switch out one more time so that I could finish it with a Sucker Punch. Now, my Steelix has done its job, so Heatran's able to Earth Power it and kill it. I go into Darkrai and click my Z move. I know I have to finish this thing off. He was actually going for his Z move the same turn, expecting to live a hit. And then he brings in Mega Beedrill, not expecting the Sucker Punch, and I bring it out and OHKO him. Well, not really OHKO him, but kill him from there. And he's Colbur Mew. Excellent prep. But he goes for the Aura Sphere, and it does not do enough to kill me. So I can go for another Dark Pulse. And here's where it sucked not knowing the Weavile was there, because I would have known not to put as much bulk into this thing and more speed. And then here comes the Icicle Crash Flinch. Now, this did hurt my differential. Differential would have been much different had that flinch not happened, because I would have been able to kill off his Weavile right there. So I hard switch into Shandy, and Chandelure just starts clicking Fire Blast, and that's a 4 times resisted hit on that Kingdra, and it still did a decent chunk. And now it's time for Terrakion. I click close combat. In hindsight, this is where I should have clicked my secret sword. My sacred sword would have killed that. I wouldn't have had the defense drops, and then his Weavile would have been forced to go for the Icicle Crash, which would have helped things out a lot, because Samurott can take those all day. However, the Aqua Jet is able to clean his Weavile up. So that was GG Ethan and the Chicago Blackhawks. That was a great game, man. So, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and check out the UAPB for my analyst videos. See you guys. Matt Metagross out.